Hey guys, so I have had a very busy semester at school this year, and I have been handling it really well only because of how I'm scheduling my time. Because last semester, I didn't follow any schedule and I got the lowest grades I've ever gotten at CMU. But this semester, it's not like my grades are going to be phenomenal because I'm taking such challenging courses. But me surviving the course load this semester is a merit all by itself. So I want to share with you the scheduling technique that I use for myself, and I call it the Hoffman schedule. And there's a link to the to this site down below that I made to kind of walk you through my scheduling strategy below. So let's get into it. Um, so I've been using this scheduling software called Free College Schedule Maker, and I think it's more than sufficient to design a schedule that matches the description of the schedule I'm giving you in this video. So let's just take a look at it. This is what the software looks like, Free College Schedule Maker, and you can like import and export schedules. It's really nifty. I'll let you check that out. And so I want to talk about the importance of a digital watch in my life, because in junior year of high school, I got this digital watch, and it's the Casio AE 1000, and my mind was kind of blown when I started wearing this watch, because I used to check the time on my phone, but like the fact that when you're just looking down at the desk and or wherever you're sitting, just like in your everyday life, and you just see the time on your wrist, I feel like it just has a huge impact and influence on how I've been living my life the past 6 years. And this schedule strategy that I'm going to provide is very time conscious. Like, you're going to be blocking up your time more than usual using my schedule. So if you want to actually follow your schedule rigorously, I highly recommend getting a watch like this. It's like an amazing watch. The buttons are so nice and pressable, and there's a stopwatch mode. There's different modes, and yeah. So I just buy a new one every 4 months. They're like $15, and I even put the Amazon link here. So let's talk about how I structure my weekdays. So like on weekdays, I determine which work hours are specified. And what I mean by that is like, do I have a class? Do I have like obligations I have to go to that are always at a specific time of the day? And it's like with this teacher doing this thing. Because those hours are significantly more rigid, and it makes you feel like you don't have control of your situation. So if we look at my schedule, which is down below in this PNG image file, these yellow blocks are like my operating systems course. This office hour with this teacher, this machine learning office hour, those are specified work hours. So first, like, block out the specified hours. And so the label on your schedule is going to be a description of the work, which I was showing you already. Like, I just wrote operating systems as the label. So then there's work hours that you're going to want to put on your schedule that are unspecified. And you're going to just want to label them generically as work. And so you can see that on my schedule, that I have these blocks in my schedule that I generically label as work. And so what's unique about a Hoffman schedule is that you want the generic work and the work where it's specific in telling you exactly what to do to be in a 70 to 30% ratio, like approximately. Because if you look at this, the amount of time where I say that all I have to do is work and it doesn't matter what it is, I just work, it's overwhelming the blocks of work that are specified by looks like about a 70-30 ratio if you include the weekends. So now let's talk about what I mean by alternations. So every other day, you want the structure of your work to be different. But Tuesday and Thursday, you want to match each other relatively similarly. And Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you want to match relatively similarly. So if you see like Tuesday, Thursday, like I have operating systems, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I have operating systems at the same time. My work is approximately at the same time. But what I specified is Friday is supposed to be a mellowed out version of Monday and Wednesday. So Monday and Wednesday I have acting, but on Friday I don't have that acting course, and I cut my work a half hour early. So Friday is like a chiller version of Monday and Wednesday, and then Tuesday and Thursday are exact mirrors of each other. And also, I discuss your meal times here, and my theory is that your meal time should alternate between being 30 minutes and an hour on weekdays. So if you look at my meal times, it's 30 minutes, an hour, 30 minutes, an hour, 30 minutes. And if you look at the shape of the schedule, it looks like it's just expanding and contracting and expanding and contracting. And there's this really natural shape to it. Like, because it goes Monday to Tuesday to Wednesday to Thursday to Friday, and it's just alternating. And that's how I like to design the schedules. This is how you make a Hoffman schedule. Hence the title of this page. So let's talk about the weekend schedule. So the weekends are very low, have a very unstructured style. So if we look at my weekends, like all I do is I put 2 big blocks, and you'll have these 2 big blocks here too, but you get to decide what number goes here for the hours of unstructured work you do on the weekends. So on Saturday, I like to do 6 hours of unstructured work, and on Sunday, I like to do 3 hours of unstructured work. But on the weekend, you have to get like cleaning and chores done, and like this thing done called second degree optimization, which is when you just think bigger about your life. You think not how can I survive next week and get courses done next week. You think bigger as in like, what jobs could I be applying to right now? What courses could I be taking next semester that are going to improve the way my resume looks? Just thinking in a bigger way. And you should be doing that on the weekends for some time. And so I also have this thing in my schedule on the weekends called G time, which is because generally when you're doing a Hoffman schedule, you're very focused on some kind of work, and it's easy to get sick of that work. So the work that you would consider being clowning around, like making a rap song or making music or blah blah blah, that's what this G time is. And I just think G is a cool letter, so that's why I called it G time. But yeah, in that time on the weekend, that's when you can focus on some kind of work that's fun. But keep in mind that 3 hours of unstructured work is real work, not your clowning around work. And G time is just something that you can do for fun after you get that 3 hours of work done. So in total, you're going to want to have approximately 45 hours on your Hoffman schedule. And so I put it out here that I have 35 hours of work that's like structured on the weekdays here, and then 9 hours on the weekends of work that's completely just unstructured, because the weekends have very low structure in my schedule. You get to choose when you do the work throughout the day on the weekends. And so let's talk about the limitations of my schedule, because it's not like my schedule is good for scheduling everything. Like, my schedule is designed for scheduling work. So it's not to schedule your leisure time or your sleep time. Like, this is specifically designed to keep you from burning out when doing work. And I also think that the Hoffman schedule isn't impervious to time. Like, as human beings, we're changing. And I feel like every 8 weeks to 12 weeks, our interests gradually change, and our judgment on the world slightly changes. And so I think that it's warranted that once every 8 to 12 weeks or something, you modify the schedule to change how you've changed. Maybe you think something that you put on the schedule was just plain stupid. And this schedule will not repair your unsustainably heavy hours of work. Like, if you put that, like, 60 hours of work into your Hoffman schedule, like, the schedule isn't going to make that easy enough to sustain for your whole life. Because doing 60 hours of work a week for your whole life just isn't sustainable at a high quality level. So what the schedule will do is it will keep you from burning out as fast if you're on like a 60-hour a week schedule. And that's kind of how I feel this semester, because I scheduled 45 hours this semester, but I often go over, and I'll be working 55 hours or more every week. And I'm starting to feel the burn right now. I'm starting to feel the unsustainability kick in, and I'm breaking the schedule a little bit. And so, however, this schedule is holding up better than any schedule I've ever used before. It's a superior schedule even when put under stress. And so that is the full description of the schedule, and I highly recommend that you guys make a schedule just like this. If you're not performing the way you want to perform, because this schedule will make you perform. It's highly efficient, and it's the best, on par with the best out there, logically equivalent to it. So give this video a like if you enjoyed it and you want more videos like this. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Even hit the notification button if you want to get annoyed by my new videos. And yeah. So yeah, I'll see you guys.